As I told you before, why should we study Bhagavad Gita? Yesterday we talked about that Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedas. Spiritual knowledge is very important. I don't want to repeat it. It is a must for everyone to take spiritual knowledge, because that is the knowledge, what is the purpose of life, and then how to fulfill that purpose. Both things very important. To know the goal and then fulfill the goal. We want happiness, but we don't want satisfaction. That's a big problem. But how can we be satisfied and be ambitious? Again a problem. If you're satisfied, how can you be ambitious? So these are no problems. Actually, Bhagavad Gita says no problems. So we're going to talk about all these things. And spirituality has answers to everything. Now, which books to study for spirituality? As I told you yesterday, we take knowledge through three sources: Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Teacher, books and students. Seniors, same level, juniors. So this way we accept knowledge. All knowledge is accepted in this way. Guru is a very important aspect of our life because he helps us to understand the books. Spiritual books are known as Shastra, which help us to govern our life in such a way that we achieve the purpose. And how do we do that? In association of sadhus. Right? Very simple. All knowledge we do the same thing. Go to a teacher, he teaches through the book, he explains the book to us, and we are with our fellow students. Now the book is Bhagavad Gita, and through Bhagavad Gita I explained to you that Krishna says very clearly in the 4th chapter that this knowledge is coming through parampara. Evam parampara praptim. Very simple. Evam parampara praptim. ये परंपरा से प्राप्त किया जाता है. Very simple. It is, this knowledge is got through parampara. Parampara means what? A disciplic succession. It is not a guru succession actually. It is known as a disciplic succession. It is a succession of shishyas. That Krishna made Brahma for our sampradaya, for example. Krishna gave this knowledge to Brahma. Brahma gave it to Narada. Narada gave it to Madhavacharya. And this way this whole line is coming down. So if you take the Bhagavad Gita as it is, the whole line is there. Till Srila Prabhupada, that how they are transmitting the knowledge from one person to the other. And as it was broken, and this knowledge Krishna says is yoga. Krishna says very clearly that this knowledge is what? Amar Yoga Vidya, the eternal knowledge of science of yoga. Why is it called the science? It is science because if you follow the process, you get the same result. Science means you keep following the same process and you get the same result. That's what science is actually. But most of our science today is theories. Right or wrong? Theories means not proved yet. It has to be yet proved. Theory means it's still a theory. So,
Parampara and not through Guru Shishya?
No, it is Parampara means Guru Shishya only. Now Shishya, it is Shishya. Actually we are first Shishya. Like you are a son first, a husband later and father later. Right? First you become a son. So in reality, the first, when you come into this world, you are a son. And before that you are a human being. When you are a human being, you are a son. Because when the animals also produce children, they may be male or female. If they are male or female, the male is not called a son and the female is not called a daughter. You don't have mama, chacha, tau. You don't have uncles and aunties in animals. Right? You don't have these relationships. So the first beginning is human being. So in the same way, and then in the human being you are a son. In the same way, when you take knowledge, first thing you have to take knowledge and then give knowledge. It is very clear. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadakshinte te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshina. The tattva means truth. The person who has seen the truth, you go to surrender unto him, ask him questions and then obey his orders. Simple. And that's what we do in college also. First of all, we check up the university. Is it recognized? Now, after recognition, you will find some colleges are better than the other. So in the same way, in the same parampara, you'll find that some people, you understand the knowledge better than the people, other people who are teaching this knowledge. So what do? You go to that person because you have to learn this knowledge. You have to take this knowledge. So he is more practical with you. He understands you better and you understand him better. So it becomes an easy task for transmitting knowledge. So Shishya comes, the first thing you become a Shishya. And then when you become a Shishya, later on when you get the knowledge, and you also realize the truth. Now realization of truth, remember in spirituality, realization of truth means that you have actually 100% faith in the truth. Then also it means realization of truth. It is not just by seeing the truth. Because you are seeing the truth. I have given you an example. When you come to the temple, you see the truth. The absolute truth you are seeing. You are seeing Lord Krishna. You are seeing Lord Vishnu there. You are seeing Jagannath Ji there. They are absolutely present there, so you are seeing them. But the basic fact is this, because you are not backed by knowledge, you still have doubts. That's why when the Lord is there, you still pick up your mobile. Whereas if the President of the United States is there and you're talking to him and the mobile comes, you'll throw it away, right? But when the Lord is there, because you know that you have got doubt, he's there or not there. That is why you don't get full results also. Like it's just a simple thing. You have an electricity wire, you sometimes plug it in and sometimes plug it out. So what will happen? The light will come and go. So that is what is happening, flickering, and one day the fuse blows. The bulb, what will happen to the bulb? Gone. Because when you have so much of fluctuation, and that's what happens in the temple, you keep coming and going, then one day you realize, why am I coming? Because you did not connect. Yoga. So he's giving this knowledge of yoga, so the teacher gives this knowledge of yoga. First he has taken it from the... Now the first person who takes the knowledge is Adi Guru is who? Lord Shri Krishna. So we are talking in the context of Bhagavad Gita. So Adi Guru is Shri Krishna. He doesn't need to have any Guru. He's Adi Guru. He's the cause of all causes. I'll explain this point when I come to God, because we are going to take it up now. So this is what I mean by Shishya and then Guru. Shishya Guru, Shishya Guru.